What's going on, stackers? Now, I've just passed a huge milestone within my own low content book publishing business, and that is selling 40,000 books. And within this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I did that. So, welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said, this video is all about how I sold 40,000 of my books. Now, here we are in my Get Book Report. What I'm going to do is just show you my results and then explain the steps that I took to actually sell those 40,000 books. Now, here we are, like I said, in Get Book Report. This is my main software that I use to analyse all of my sales. There's a few out there, KDP Champ being another, which I do actually want to try out, but this is the one that I'm currently using and have been using for quite some time. Now, if we look here, we can see that I started selling low content books and no content books in November 2018. So it's taken me a good couple of years to actually sell those 40,000 units. Now, if we look just here as well, we can see that I currently have 4,045 books. And over the last month, I actually haven't published any books at all. So this has actually been pretty passive. Now, you might say 4,000 books, that's a lot of books. Well, it is and it isn't. I publish a lot in micro niches, which means you're going to need a lot more books just because the demand in these micro niches are minimum compared to other niches, but that's what I like to do. So I have lots of books in micro niches. Now, if we look here, we can see I've had some really good months over the years, December 2019 being my best month to date. This month in May is going pretty good as well. We can see we've already done $2,833. And if we scroll all the way down to round about here and stop, we can see my sales. So now I've actually sold 40,714 units of my books, which is absolutely crazy to know that there's 40,000 books out there in the world that I created myself. Now, those 40,000 have made $80,000 over the last couple of years. Now, that's not all profit because I do run ads as well, that being Amazon ads, and I think I've spent around altogether probably around $15,000 over the space of the 2 years. If you want a video all about that, then drop a comment down below letting me know and I'll create one. But my point is, I've sold 40,000 books over 2 years. And how did I do that? Well, it comes down to a few main principles. Now, before we talk about these principles, what I'm going to do in a second is go over to Google and we're going to go through an example of how I find my niches for my low content books. Now, it's going to be just one example. There's multiple different ways to do research, but I'm just going to show you in a second. Now, these 3 principles and things that I stick to is 1, creating books around what people are searching for. Now, let me say that again. You want to be creating books around what people are actually searching for. This way, you have a better chance of being seen in Amazon and people purchasing your books. So that's the first one that I stick to. The second one is making it a daily habit to work on some area of your business. Now, let me say that again. Making it a daily habit to work on some area of your business. Now, they're the 2 main things, but how did I actually get the books sold? Well, it comes down to another 3 things that you should be doing. These are the 3 things that you should be doing most days. So first of all, like I said, I create books around what people are searching for, and I make it a daily habit to work on my business. Now, what do I actually do in my business? What are those tasks? Well, the first one being research. So we need to research, because without researching, we can't create any books. Without creating any books, we have nothing to upload. And without having anything to upload, you're not going to make sales. So the first one is research. The second one is creating. So after you've done the research, you need to create a book from the research that you did. And then the third one being uploading your book. So these three areas, these tasks, these IPAs, IPA meaning an income producing activity, that's what these are, all three: researching, creating and uploading. Because like I said, without researching, you're going to have nothing to create, and without nothing to create, you're going to have nothing to upload, and without uploading, you're not going to make any sales. So these are the three areas of your business that you should be doing most days. Now, researching. How do we research? There's multiple different ways you can do this. What I'm going to show you now is just a real simple way to find niches and then to see if there's demand for those niches. Now, what we're going to use is just Google right here. Now, what I like to do, we can use hobbies, sports, food, jobs, and the list goes on. There's so many different ways of finding niches, but all of these, hobbies, sports, food, jobs, have sub-niches in them which people are actually searching for certain types of books. So in a list of hobbies, you're going to have all of these. We have gardening, dance, painting, drawing, sewing. These are all niches that you can create your books around. Same with sports. There's baseball, basketball, football, rugby, so many different types of sports, and you can go and create books around them. Same with food, same with jobs, so especially teachers. So a teacher will always have some type of composition notebooks as well. They work extremely well for teachers. But my point is, you want to find lists in Google so we can utilize those lists, go over to Amazon, and then look in the search bar to see if there's demand for said niche. So let's give this a go. Let's just use list of hobbies. There's so many different types of hobbies, and all these hobbies you can create books around. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just type in list of hobbies. Now, what we can do is go through all of these websites and take a look at these lists, because people have already put in the work to put these lists together so we can utilize them for our own purpose. But right off the bat, I'm just going to use some of these just here. Now, if we take a look, we can see knitting. Now, there's actually a completely type of knitting book out there. They're knitting patterns, so that's a completely different niche. You could do a notebook for a knitting, or like a knitting journal. That would work well as well. Then there's photography, writing, gardening, dance, painting, drawing. Drawing would come under like the sketchbooks, so that's a whole completely different niche in itself. Same with sewing. Then we have exercise. Exercise can be broken down into multiple different types of exercise and eating healthy and all of this good stuff. Then hiking, scrapbooking, cooking, origami, board games, singing. So even singing, I'm guessing there's someone out there, or people, multiple people, looking for some type of singing notebook. So let's go over to Amazon and let's just do a little bit of research. Now, this research that we're about to do is just real simple research. You can dive a lot deeper. You can use Chrome extensions. You can use Self-Publishing Titan's free Chrome extension. You can use Helium 10. There's so many different ways to do research. This is just one of them, and it's quick and simple. Now, what we're going to do is just type in singing, like so, notebook. I want to see if people are searching for this, and yes, they are. So how do we know that? Well, Amazon has auto-populated this just here. So if this was a keyword or a niche that no one is searching for, then it wouldn't get auto-populated. So let's change this. Note bricks. Doesn't make sense for obvious reasons. I wanted to show you that nothing is popping up. We can see nothing here. But if we change that back to notebook, Amazon's auto-populating it, which means people are searching for this. So from here, we can actually click on here to take a look to see if there's any demand for this type of book. So a singing notebook, there's 702 results. And if we take a look, down through the results, let's just scroll through a little bit past the sponsored, we can see one right off the bat which has 32 reviews. But look at that BSR, 1.1 million. So the BSR isn't amazing, but that's because this is kind of a micro niche. So with micro niches, there's only a certain amount of people, normally a small amount of people, only searching for that every single month, which means you're only going to make a few sales here and there. But if you have lots of notebooks, journals, or planners, or whatever you want to create in micro niches, those few sales each and every month from different types of books soon add up. So don't worry about if a book's in a micro niche or not. It all comes down to whether or not you can provide value and create a good quality book in that niche. But anyway, right off the bat, we typed in singing notebook. But now I can see a completely different keyword which is probably going to be a lot better, and that is songwriting notebook. So we'll take a look at that in a second, but this one, we can see it sells. It sells not that often because that BSR is very, very high, but it has 32 reviews, which tells me people buy in this niche. Now, if we scroll down, we can take a look at some more. This has 500,000. Cover doesn't look that great. These horses and unicorns have now been done 1,000,000 times. And I don't think this is actually Shine On. I think someone's probably using that name when they really shouldn't do. Shine On's a POD, print on demand platform, so I don't get why they're using that. And if this was Shine On, I'm guessing they'd have a lot better quality cover than that. But even look at this. So the title is Singers. Then they got Singer Gift, Singer Notebook, Vocalist Gift, Singer Gift, Idea, Chaz Gift. This, you really shouldn't be creating books if your subtitles are going to be like this. This is keyword stuffing. Amazon does not like this. It's not going to make you any more sales, and it just doesn't look good. So please, please, please do not create your subtitles like this. Anyway, little rant over. Let's take a look at some more. We have not very good notebooks here. So a singing lesson practice planner. Potentially another keyword just there. And look at that. Look at that price, $9.99. So that might be one that you might want to look into. Anyway, let's go back up because I want to do this just here. Songwriting notebook. So we typed in singing notebook. We can see there's 702 results. Books are selling in this niche because we can see that from the BSR. But now let's take that keyword. So that was songwriting notebook. So let's type that in. Songwriting notebook. Now what I'm going to do, or what I know, let's just take away that. So what we've done is use list of hobbies. I can go through all of these hobbies just here. This again is how I've sold quite a lot of books. I find the hobbies, I see if there's demand, and then I create the books around what people are searching for. So we found singing just here. We checked singing notebook, it looked okay, but that led us to songwriting notebook, and from here we can see there's going to be a lot more traffic because there's a lot more keywords that Amazon has auto-populated. So we can see songwriting notebook for girls, songwriting notebook lyrics for guitar, butterflies, a few different keywords. Now let's take that and do it like so. And let's just change songwriting notebook. In fact, let's just take a look at that one. We can see there's 1,000 results. And if we look through these, we can see if the BSRs show up. No, that's taking forever. Oh, there we go. So we can see in this niche that books do sell. So the lyrics in my head. This is a college ruled writing and notes journal. It's a songwriter's journal. $7.99. But look at that BSR, 61,000. And look at this cover. Not an amazing design. But my point is, books are selling in this niche. So now what we could do songwriting notebook. I could create a book around that. I could dive deeper again by using completely other tools like Helium 10 or self-publishing Titan's Chrome extension. Or we could just keep it simple. But look, let's do this. Let's do songwriting notebook. for girls. So this is niching down even further. So now if we take a look at this, we can see there's only 388 results for songwriting notebook for girls. Now if we scroll down, we have a piano music notebook. That's actually running an ad. But right here we can see 740,000, but it has 19 reviews. So these, again, are selling. So this might actually be a niche that you might want to look into. But again, it first comes down to the research, because you do the research so you can find out what to create. Then once you've actually found something like this, a songwriting notebook for girls, I'd go ahead and create that book and then get it uploaded, and I'd do this on a consistent basis. And that is how I made 40,000 sales from my books. Now this is being a little bit weird. Let's just give that a second to load up. But that's what you want to stick to. You want to do your research, and then you want to create your books from the research that you did, and then you want to upload those books, and you want to make that a daily habit, making it a daily habit to work on some area of your business. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.